Good morning. In the last lecture, we talked about two properties of modeling, one for product and one for quotient. Let us move to the third property. Third property of moduli of complex numbers. This property is about addition of complex numbers, and according to this property, modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. Modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. Let us try to verify this property of moduli of complex numbers when we go for sum or addition of complex numbers. To verify this property, we have to consider two complex numbers. Let us consider these two complex numbers. Z1 given in all forms, rectangular form, polar form, exponential form. Z2 also given in all forms, rectangular form, polar form and exponential form. What is the property? Modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. To verify this property of moduli of complex numbers, when we go for sum of complex numbers, we have considered these two complex numbers, one thing. Second thing, while talking about conjugate complex numbers, we discussed various properties of conjugate complex numbers. One of them is product of a complex number and its conjugate is equal to square of modulus of both of them. This is equation number 3. I want to apply equation 3 when we take the sum, that is here Z is replaced by Z1 plus Z2, and therefore this Z and Z bar should be replaced by in accordance with equation 3, we can write this equation. Let me call equation 4. Let us simplify RHS of equation 4, that will be What is Z1 bar according to equation 3? It is square of modulus of Z1. The same is true with this term. Square of modulus of Z2 plus these two terms, Z1 Z2 bar plus Z1 bar Z2, equation number 5. Let us try to find out value of Z1 into Z2 bar and Z1 bar into Z2. Let us solve it somewhere here. So, Z1 Z2 bar is R1 R2 e to the power I into theta 1 minus theta 2. Similarly, value of this let me call this equation number 6, this equation number 7. So, with 6 we got value of Z1 Z2 bar, with 7 we got value of Z1 bar Z2. Here we have addition of these two. Let us try to get addition of these two. Let me do it here. R1 R2 present in both the terms, so R1 R2 is taken common. This is written as while adding equations 6 and 7, R1 R2 taken common. In one bracket we have cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2 plus in the other bracket cos theta 1 minus theta 2 minus sin theta 1 minus theta 2. If we do addition of these two, what will happen? This term plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2, this term minus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2, these two are same and opposite in sign, and therefore these two together vanish, these two together will become 0. Cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus cos theta 1 minus theta 2, it will be 2 times cos theta 1 minus theta 2, and therefore this is equal to 2 times R1 R2 into cos theta 1 minus theta 2. So, sum of these two terms Z1 Z2 bar plus Z1 bar Z2 is this 2 R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2. It is just real part of product of the two complex numbers, and therefore what I can write here, 2 capital R of Z1 Z2 bar. R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2 for this, R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2 for this. So, this term and this term is identical for us according to this simplification. According to this simplification, value of this term is R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2. Value of this term is also R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2. And therefore, for 2 R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2, let me simply write 2 real part of Z1 into Z2 bar. So, for this I may write here, this is equal to so what I have written? I have written for sum of this term and this term, 2 real part of the product Z1 Z2 bar. Now, let me consider one more thing. Two R of Z1 Z2 bar is 2 R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2. Two into modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2 will be 2 R1 R2. Let us compare these two. Cos theta 1 minus theta 2. 2 into R1 into R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2 will be equal to 2 R1 R2 if cos theta 1 minus theta 2 is 1. Cos theta 1 minus theta 2 will be 1 if theta 1 is equal to theta 2. If theta 1 is equal to theta 2, theta 1 minus theta 2 will be 0, cos 0 will be 1. Cosine of any angle have the values ranging from 0 to 1. Its value will be 1 only for theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to 0. For all other cases, value of this cosine is always smaller than 1. And therefore, if you are asked to compare these two, we can write 2R Z1 Z2 bar is always smaller than or equal to 2 times modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2. It is always 2 times R1 R2. This is not always 2 times R1 R2. It will be 2 times R1 R2. So, I can have equal to only when cosine of theta 1 minus theta 2 is 0. Otherwise, this term is always smaller than this. So, let me introduce 2 times modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2 in place of this here. If this term is replaced by 2 times Z1 into modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2, this equal to sign will become less than equal to. This equal to sign will become less than equal to, and therefore, I can write here Z1 plus Z2 square is equal to modulus of z1 square plus modulus of z2 square plus 2 times modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. This term is greater than this term, so obviously RHS of this will become greater, LHS will become smaller, and therefore this equal to sign should be replaced by less than equal to square of modulus of z1 plus z2 less than equal to square of modulus of z1 plus square of modulus of z2 plus 2 times modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. This is what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. Equation number 6. No, I think it is 7. Equation number 7. If square root on both sides, or let me write this in other term first here. Equation 7 can further be written as now take square root on both sides to get and what is this equation? Modulus of sum of two complex numbers is less than equal to sum of their moduli. Meaning of this is sum of modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. Property number 3. Property number 3 of moduli of complex numbers. Modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. Mathematical verification is here in equation number 8. Modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed. It is never more than this. It is always less than equal to. Does never exceed, meaning that this will be less than equal to what? Sum of their moduli. So, modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli is verified in equation 8. This is the third property of moduli of complex numbers. This is one way of verification, one method of verification of third property, that is modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. One more way is there, one more method is there. Let us go to the alternative method of verification of property number 3, and that is the alternate method or other method for verification of this property. Modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. These are the two given complex numbers. This may be written as This is for the this is Z1 plus this is Z2. Square of modulus, square of modulus. Real terms taken together, imaginary terms taken together. Equation number 3. You know one thing, modulus of Z is equal to modulus of x plus iy is equal to square root of x square plus y square. If I take square of this, what will happen? This square root will go away. And what thing we have? X square plus y square. This square plus this square outside the modulus. So, let us use equation 4. This is the fundamental part of definition of complex numbers. So, let us use equation 4 and equation 3 to get this is for the x1 square y1 square taken together, x2 square y2 square taken together. So, this will be square of modulus of Z1, this will be square of modulus of Z2. Two can be taken common, and what left is what it is x1 x2 plus y1 y2. It is a real part of Z1 Z2 bar. x1 x2 plus y1 y2 is real part of Z1 Z2 bar, and therefore this is but we know 2r Z1 Z2 bar can be replaced by 2 times modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2. At that time, this sign will be replaced by less than equal to, and therefore take square root on both sides. If we take square root on both sides, finally we will get equation number 5. And what is that? Modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. The third point of moduli of complex numbers, properties of moduli of complex numbers, that is modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. This is verified using two different ways. Hope you understood this. And last point from this article, point number 4. Point number 4 is now about difference. Point number 1 was about multiplication or product. Point number 2 was about quotient or division. Point number 3 was about the sum of complex numbers, properties of moduli of sum of complex numbers. Point number 4, diffraction of complex number, properties of moduli of difference or subtraction, property of moduli of the complex numbers when we go for difference or subtraction of complex numbers. And the fourth property related to this is modulus of difference of two complex numbers, modulus of difference of two complex numbers is always greater than equal to difference of their moduli. Modulus of difference of two complex numbers is always greater than equal to difference of their moduli. To understand and verify this property of a moduli when we take subtraction or difference of two complex numbers, let us consider first complex number Z1 given by equation 1, second complex number Z2 given by equation 2. This one. Now let us go for subtraction. Z1 represented in all forms, rectangular, polar, exponential. Z2 also represented in all forms, rectangular, polar, exponential. We want to verify the fourth property. Modulus of difference of two complex numbers is always greater than equal to difference of their moduli. That is, by the usual procedure we used in the last sub-article in the property number 3. Let me write square of modulus of Z1 minus Z2 is equal to, that is a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab, a square plus b square minus r times Z1 Z2 bar. Let us try to find value of this. Actually we already found value of this, still try to find this value. Minus 2r, let this be equation number 3. Take the third term, minus 2r z1 z2 bar is equal to minus 2 times what is z1 this is nothing but, actually we found this, but let me still find it here. Let us first find this, then we shall go for this one. Let us first find value of this, after that we shall go for value of this. What will be this one? x1 x2 minus I x1 y2 plus I x2 y1 minus I square y1 y2 plus this x1 x2 plus I x1 y2 minus I x2 y1 minus I square y1 y2 minus I x1 y2 plus I x1 y2, these two together become 0. I x2 y1 minus I x2 y1, these two together become 0. x1 plus x2, x1 plus x2, 2 x1 x2, x1 x2, x1 x2, it will be 2 x1 x2 minus I square is minus plus minus I square is minus plus y1 y2 plus y1 y2, 2 y1 y2, this is nothing but 2 times x1 x2 plus y1 y2. It means that this minus 2r z1 z2 bar is minus 2 times x1 x2 plus y1 y2, equation number 4. So this portion 2 times r of z1 z2 bar is this minus 2 times x1 x2 plus y1 y2. Okay, then what is this 2 times z1 z2, 2 times modulus of z1 into modulus of z2, this is equal to 2 times modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 is 2 times square root of x1 square plus y1 square into x2 square plus y2 square. Equation number 6. Let us keep this minus sign and 2. Let us keep this minus sign and 2 for some time, this 2 for some time, and compare this and this. And from this what I can write? x1 x2 plus y1 y2 is, for simplicity let me write less than equal to x1 square plus y1 square inside the square root into x2 square plus y2 square inside the square root. Square both sides of this. If we square both sides of this, we will get x1 square x2 square plus y1 square y2 square plus 2 x1 x2 y1 y2 less than equal to. If we make square of this side, it will be x1 square plus y1 square in one bracket into x2 square plus y2 square in the other bracket, and product of this will be x1 square x2 square plus x1 square y2 square plus x2 square y1 square plus y1 square y2 square. Let us compare these two sides. x1 square into x2 square, x1 square into x2 square, this will get cancelled with this. y1 square into y2 square, y1 square into y2 square, this get cancelled with this, and we are left only with this 2 x1 x2 y1 y2 less than equal to x1 square y2 square plus x2 square y1 square. RHS is known as arithmetic mean. LHS is known as geometric mean. It is arithmetic mean of x1, y1, x2, y2. It is the geometric mean of x1, y1, x2, y2. Geometric mean is always smaller than the arithmetic mean. Geometric mean is always smaller than the arithmetic mean. It means that LHS is always smaller than RHS. But if I put a minus sign here and minus sign here, what will happen? The sign will be reversed. Negative of geometric mean is always greater than negative of the arithmetic mean. And therefore, here in this case, this minus 2r z1 z2 bar, if it is replaced by 2 times modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 with minus sign, this will be in negative sense larger term, in negative sense smaller term, or in other words, a smaller term is subtracted from these two terms. If this is replaced with this, a larger term is subtracted from this term, and therefore if this is replaced with this, this sign will be changed to greater than equal to. When? If it is replaced by this one. And so this equal to sign is now replaced by greater than equal to. It is a minus b whole square, expansion of a minus b whole square. This is a minus b square. If we take square root on both sides, the result we get is Equation number 7. If you have a look inside equation 7, what conclusion you can draw? Modulus of difference of two complex numbers is greater than equal to difference of their moduli. Property number 4. Modulus of difference or subtraction of two complex numbers is always greater than equal to the difference or subtraction of their moduli. This property is verified with equation 7. This is about the properties of moduli of complex numbers. Here we studied 4 different properties. First property for product or multiplication of complex numbers. Second property for division or quotient of complex numbers. Third property for addition of complex numbers, and fourth property for subtraction of complex number. Accordingly, the first property of moduli of complex number is the modulus of product of two complex numbers is equal to product of their moduli. The second one, the modulus of quotient of two complex numbers is always equal to quotient of their moduli. Third one, modulus of sum of two complex numbers does never exceed sum of their moduli. And fourth one, modulus of difference or subtraction of two complex numbers is always greater than equal to difference or subtraction of their moduli. It took 2 lectures as it has 4 subarticles. Hope you understood. Thank you.